Good morning, everyone. So my name is Tuhin, and I'm from India, but currently I do live in Dubai. So today I'm going to talk about a very interesting topic about like every one of us know like AI is now quite a mainstream. Like everything people do with AI. Like whether it's content marketing, whether you do some kind of digital marketing, even doesn't matter if you are a creator, if you are an influencer. So AI has been quite on the trend since last couple of years. In fact, as a matter of fact, after chat gpt or any other gpts worldwide, we are seeing there are constant battles across AI. Like when ChatGPT launched, so Google was having the red flags that they need to come up with something. So then there are Google Gemini, Google Bird is there. So after that, now we have Perplexity and all. So I think AI has become quite on the main run, and obviously, in order to deal with AI, so people uses a lot of natural language processing or machine learning, neural networks, and so on. But today I'm going to discuss about you can say a futuristic tech which is not famous at this moment, but maybe 5 6 years down the line, this can be one of the main go-to technology down the line. So I'll be first talking about QSAAS. Now QSAAS stands for Quantum SEO as a Service. So yes, you heard that right. After AI, the biggest technological revolution that will be going to be happening is about the quantum science. And I think since almost couple of years now, many of the giants like Google, then from the China, we have like various giant techs are working on like quantum computers and lot about the theories about quantum science, how quantum can affect our day-to-day life, and how we can take the best out of the quantum science and so on. So now the thing is, the future of search is possible with the help of quantum. Now, just to make the discussion a bit simpler, so let us first understand how information processes right now, even as of today, as of now, while I'm speaking. So the thing is, like any information retrieval system, whether it is Google, whether it is Facebook, whether any of the social medias, or even if you go to any of the any internet of the things, they does uses binary, just 0 and 1. So in short, you can just turn off the light, or you can either turn on the light. So there is not a possibility that you can turn both on and off at the same time. So this is where quantum really makes the things interesting. So what Google does is like, if you guys check out on the internet, so Google normally uses eigenvector principle. So what eigenvector principle means is like they processes one information at a time. Now it is a problematic factor as of now. The reason being, let's say you have a e-commerce website that contains of tens of thousands of pages. Now, if you go to some high-level e-commerce pages like, let's say, Amazon, eBay, Walmart, or etc., which does contains millions of pages. Now, the problem with that is like Google focuses on four important pillars. Rendering, like at first they first renders information, they crawls, then they renders the information, then after rendering they like process that semantically if it encounters any kind of issues. Now that can be a list of lot of parameters, and then they correlate the results, and then they show it up. So it happens one at a time. For example, like let's say if you have maybe if you have 100 pages, so in order to crawl the hundreds of the pages, it would require T1, T2, T3 up to T100 of the time. That time can be in milliseconds or nanoseconds, but doesn't matter because it's using binary, so it's using one at a time thing. So, so how QSAS actually appears is like quantum SEO as a services actually helps by deploying two algorithms. One is adiabatic principal algorithm, so that you can easily find from patents.google.com, which is readily used, readily being used for publicly out there right now. And there are certain companies out there like IBM provides simulations for quantum. D-Ocean, there is another company that also provides a simulation to run computer, because because none of us have quantum computer right now. It's still under development, and even if you have, you need minus 270 degrees Celsius to keep it cool down. So I don't think a quantum computer we do have right now, but yes, we have a lot of simulation softwares. Just like 6 years back, when AI was just on the trend, people used to use Watson, the natural language processing software from the IBM once again. And that time people were using many of the natural language processing libraries, amplifiers, whatsoever to just get the data out of it. Now, yes, AI is in the real-time trend. So similarly, quantum, you can use a lot of simulations from IBM D-Ocean. There are plenty more, but these two are quite authenticated. So normally, how quantum actually helps is by doing few essential hacks. The first important thing is quantum crawling. So the thing is, what quantum does is, like, if once again I'll move back to the previous example. Let's say you have hundreds of pages, tens of hundreds of, or maybe millions of pages. So with the current binary information retrieval system, it takes T1, T2, T3. So it checks one at a time, and it crawls, it finds out the issues, then it triggers the Google Search Console. Then the things delays a lot. Now, why it is scary is because, like, let's say you have encountered, an issue, and you have worked with your content team, you have worked with your marketeers, and you have fixed a particular page. Now, you really need to be reluctant. You really need to rely on Google in, like, when it will crawl the page again, when it will reindex, when it will get all the correlated data, and then you can expect a good ranking or some benefit. Now you need to wait, and you need to wait. Now, in this fast-moving world, your competitions will not be waiting, and I'm pretty much sure none of business owners like you would like to wait as well. So quantum crawling can happen, like it can crawl, like, let's say if you give it thousands or maybe tens of thousands of pages, it can crawl all the pages in just a single T1 time. So there you are getting a fast time scale. I'll show later. I have some diagrams out there. Then using quantum, we can do the semantic interlinking more faster, because currently what is happening is semantic, for those of you who don't know, semantic stands for understanding the intent, the behavior, the coherent analysis of your user, because search engines do say that don't work for the search engines, just try to keep the users happy, we will be happy. Now, in order to run lot of the complex data about the human psychology, your mood, understanding the sentiment, understand how you can be the one click or one stop solution, how your content can really affect their sentimental values, and also quantum can really make this possible, because with the help of quantum superpositions and all, you can really, like, your same content you can portray in two different versions for two different people, who can be a lookalike. Like, just for an example, I would say, let's say, I'll give a bad example out here. Like, let's say there are two friends. Like, let's say me and James. So James and I are talking like for a couple of time right now. So let's say, like, I have an interest on maybe some high tech, some fancy things, and I would like to really understand how the people processes the data and all. And James loves to survey, so he's very good in surveying the things. His platform is really great out there and so on. But both of us are trying to consume information on the web, as how we can gather more information from the customers out there. Now, if a particular website, let's say any site, like, I'm not trying to promote anyone, but let's say if any site, they provide James with a particular piece of content as how he can more fine tune the survey forms, how the survey forms can be more AI integrated, how the forms can be more well automated, well synchronized with the mindset of the people. So that would trigger James quite well because he's from that particular field. And similarly, if I come across the same campaign, the same website, but the different version of the content, that okay, like okay, I need to run some heavy duty of the algorithms. I need to check how, like what are the relevancy scores, how the people, what are the sentimental analysis and all, blah blah blah. So I'll be much more pleased because I'm comfortable in that language. But so the benefit is that in the end, James is happy. James is happy, like James is happy, I'm happy, and the XYZ company which I'm talking about, they are happy as well because they will be retaining both of us as the customer. And this is quietly possible with the help of quantum. Currently, we do have a lot of the information retrieval and some of the NLPs out there, but they does not work much accurate, I would say. Yes, it's okay, but it does not work too much accurate. One of the best part of the quantum is it can really help you to do a lot of predictive analysis. And in marketplace, predictions can never be 100% real, but there are certain, like previously we used to use certain predictive analysis like Markov chains analysis, which is mostly commonly used on the stock markets. But with the help of quantum, Markov chains analysis or many of the prediction can really happen well. And this is really useful for marketers because, for example, like let's say if you get $1 million contract for some of the bigger brands, I'll actually share you a real-time story with me, which just happened, I think 16 days back. So recently for the Southeast Asia, we're the official marketing partner for Coca-Cola for the Southeast Malaysia, Singapore, and the entire South Indian region. Now, now their goal was very simple. Their goal was like they wanted a projection that out of all of their official brands, because Coca-Cola is not just a single brand, Fanta, Sprite, but Thumbs Up, like there are even more. So even I also don't know what all brands they have. So they want to know how many thousands of keywords where they can forecast which people which people are really searching for a particular piece of the beverages based on seasonal trend, and the data is a high lot of complex. So using the right predictive model, we can easily get the data right, so that even if the data, even if it is 60% also accurate, that will really make a much difference out there in the long run. So the first thing first. Uh, so once again, like from the traditional search engine optimization, how quantum SEO can really make a difference. So the first thing is like in the traditional SEO, if you see once again, like it will crawl pages after pages. So first of all, there will be a timing issue because like if you have like let's say hundreds of pages, then it will crawl all the pages one at a time. If it encounters an issue, it will just send back to the search console. It will recrawl. It will give you the error. You will just go and fix on a unit level. You don't even know which pages to fix. Like it will give you a list of the pages. You will go on. You will fix. You will reindex. Like this will cause a hell lot of time difference. And once again, in today's era, time is the key and time is the money. And specifically, if you are on a very like a highly competitive niche, or if your keywords are very difficult, then definitely that is the need of the hour, that you do everything at once, not simultaneously. So quantum SEO really eradicates that particular thing because it will only tell you what to do and what not to do. Because sometimes like over optimization is a overkill. The word SEO itself stands for search engine optimization, but it's not a really a good practice that you keep on doing optimizing your entire campaign, because sometimes there might be certain pages which are not even useful for even optimizing. They might not even give you any kind of value in return. So it's quite useful that you only optimize the pages which is useful, which is required to get you the desired or the ideal results. And not only that, but also at the same time it can adapt really quickly. It can give you the faster result, like okay, this is the issue, go on and fix that, more faster indexing, and it can make the work a lot more easier. Okay, so then like previously what I was discussing about semantic internal linking and the rank flow. Yes, because like internally connecting pages versus pages, like there should be a meaningful connection, because it's not like if you connect two pages, then there should be a proper relevance. So relevance order should be maintained. It's not like you should go and keep on doing the internal linking just as random as possible, because uh, like when Google will crawl, and if they feel like okay, like if you're writing an article about, maybe let's say about a dog, and if you are internal linking that with, maybe let's say with a media agency or with a cat or something, then if Google crawls, they will find it's quietly non-relevant. So relevance, and obviously if you have bunch of pages, it's not quite possible to go and check all the anchor text, all the keywords, all the pages, study all the pages. Obviously it is possible, but this will really take a lot of time out there. So semantic flow, passing on the good rank flow, the trust factor becomes quite easier with the newer model of the optimization as well. So, and lastly, the forecasting, which I told you earlier, that with the quantum, forecasting becomes more accurate, not 100%, but yes, with the current methods of the forecasting, which normally people from the business intelligence, or if you're using SQLs or Power BI or anything, so at least quantum gives you 30-40% more better accuracy than any of the existing models out there. Now, why QSAAS like matters in the modern SEO? So the first of all, I'll just move back with one of the thing, that over optimization is always a kill. This will kill your bandwidth. This will kill your resources. Like if you have a bunch of pages, and if you go and tell your team, hey, I want the entire campaign to be optimized. All the pages needs to be like optimized. They needs to be fixed. There needs to be this and that. So that's just an overkill, because you need to first understand the root cause, like which keywords will drive you the business, which what keywords your competitors are using, what areas of the optimization will be giving you the highest return on investment, and you need to only work on those certain pages which will actually make a difference in optimizing for that particular page. So this is, I think this is one of the most modernistic way by which like leveling up your game on these digital marketing can really make a lot of the differences out there. So this is what I was talking earlier. Like Google right now is using eigenvector. So it's very simple. It just processes one page just at a time. And I think I have a data. Yes. So this so this image is a very important image. Like let's say there is a website as abc.com, and these are the pages like P1, P2. So I've just kept 20 pages for simplicity. Now it will crawl the first page, P1, then P2, then P3, and it will also take time like T1, T2, T3, etc., etc. Now let's say for some reason Google or any search engine, it's not only about Google, but any search engine, any social medias, any Internet of Things, for some reason it has encountered a problem on the page P3. So the problem with the traditional SEO is that it will not move another page further until this page is particularly fixed. So it needs to follow a list of the methodologies which are currently in place. Like it will trigger Google, it will go to the search console, they will give you the issues. Then once again, you need to fix that particular thing, you need to re-index for the same. Once Google is satisfied, okay, the page P3 is fixed, okay, then let us move to the page P4. And this is what is happening even right now till date, because Google is using eigenvector principal model. Now, just imagine no one, like the bigger giants, the MNCs, the multinational corporations, no one has 20 pages. They are having 20s of thousands and thousands of pages. So just imagine how scary it is. And this is one of the reasons why many of the times I hear people that, hey, I have optimized this particular page, but it's not even showing up on the Google, it's only showing the old data. The reason is simple, because Google has not even crawled that particular page yet. It needs more time to crawl because of the queuing process, which is currently is the scenario in the market landscape. So, so, so what adiabatic principle does, or the quantum, just to make it simpler, so it actually converts the eigenvector model to an Hamiltonian vector. Just like I told you, the IBM There is IBM, there is D-Ocean. So we have a lot of simulations softwares out there. So what it does is like it compresses the entire site, entire pages into a single zero ground state, and it crawls all the page just at once. So that like even if your website encounters any crawl issues or any kind of recrawl, so nothing, so it can give you all the issues at once, and even it can recrawl all the issues at once, so that your time will be saved. You can do the things, your bandwidth will be more limited, like you can work with more fewer resources. You do not need to really think a lot about the real-time algorithm upgradations, because Google upgrades more than 6,000 algorithms in a single year. And just to give you the thing, yes. So this is how Normalian Hamiltonian or a quantum vector space works. So it crawls all the pages at random. So it doesn't matter, it should be going from page 1 to 2 to 3 and 4. So if your page size is very big, then it will crawl at random so that all the pages are covered at just a single time frame moment itself. So I have an image out there. So for example, so like I have done a small analysis of a campaign known as capitaltax.com. So I have, like, after running the algorithm, I have got all the just the list of pages, because this site comprises of, I think, near about 7 to 8,000 of pages. So I've just got a list of the pages which has highest fetch time, the byte rates are higher, the page ranks are quite lower, the number of in links are not in the proper order, and then what I've done is like the software automatically gives a graph, like, okay, these are the URLs which needs the fetch time needs to be proper. They are misaligned. I'm not going deep because this is a very much bit of the technical. So in short, what I have done is like, instead of going through and optimizing for 8,000 of the pages, I have just got some handful of maybe 20 or 21 pages, which I know what are the exact issues, which pages needs a page load fix, which pages need some internal linking fixations, which pages need some of the technical or JavaScript optimization. And, and this not only has helped me to cut down the work time from maybe 8 months of or 9 months to just a single day, but also it greatly enhanced the campaign as well. So, so just this handful amount of links we have optimized, and we have taken the, and we have we have made sure that the structure of the site is more well versed. So these are few of the examples how we have done all the page rank and the clustering and the things like that. So the conclusion what I want to tell is just once again 6 years back when I was in DMAT, like with Mitali and all. So that time also AI was not on the mainstream. ChatGPT was not there. We did not even knew what ChatGPT was. So we were using Jarvis that time. Jarvis was quite famous out there. So that time, uh, like I used to tell people, or even various industrial experts used to tell the people that the industry is moving ahead, and you need to deploy certain tech so that you are ahead of the race. And this became true after COVID, because after COVID, literally, various businesses went online. As a matter of fact, in Statista, if you just go and check, just from a tier one country, let's say if we take US for example, in single day, there are near about 2.4 million websites are being live from just one country itself. Now this is like this was one of the shocking reasons which happened after COVID. So now more and more people are coming online. So there was a need of the hour that Google or any other search engines or even social media would be developing more robust algorithms so that they can tackle the web spam. They can check who is better at relevancy, because everyone is good at English. Like if I write a content about a particular topic, no doubt my content would be good. If my competitors are doing the same, no doubt my competitors would also be doing the same thing as well. So so it's like it has become a very tough job for the giants like Google or Facebook to even understand who is better. So they deployed several algorithms, like rank brain algorithm was there, then BERT, MUM, and that began the era of semantic search or natural language processing, which is the part of the AI. Now, since AI is now on the mainstream, every one of us are using AI. I'm pretty much sure. The content team are using AI to fine curate the content. People are using AI to automate a lot of the things, and also people are using AI to do a lot of the things. Lot of like few things are for good for obvious reason, but the thing is that we are somewhere limiting ourselves just like, okay, AI is there, now AI is the end of the solution. So I think it's quite high time because technology does not develop overnight. So it's quite high time that we should think about something beyond AI, which is quantum should be the next biggest thing that businesses should be deploying. And if you are like trying to gear up for that from right now itself, maybe 3 4 years down the line, your business would get an edge over the competition, because obviously the more uniqueness, the more value you can provide to your end user, the you would be in the race for quite a longer period of time. Thank you.
So can we have a big round of applause for Tuhin Banik for a wonderful session. And to that where we are grateful that we're being our presenting sponsor for the conference. So can we have questions for Tuhin? Couple of questions you can take.
What are you seeing in search trends? So our go-to previously was if you have any question, go to Google. 2% of the search in maybe in the past. Most of the search Google, so much so that it's a third. Some of us search up in the past say just Google. But now are we doing something different? Are we still going to Google or are we using other systems?
You are correct. Actually, my slide was a bit longer for the time I have not shown you. So now people are also doing LLM optimization. LLM SEO is one of the newer SEO, and like 3 4 years back when people are using mobile devices, like 73% of the searches were from the mobile devices alone. And as you said, yes, 2% from Bing, 98% from the Google. But right now, there has been a trend that even 30% of the searches are being happening from the GPTs like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Google Gemini, and all. In fact, as a matter of fact, even every day, even like 17 to 21 percentage of my own leads are coming from the ChatGPTs itself, which is quite shocking. But this is also true that your business should not only be optimized for Google itself, but also for the large language model like the ChatGPTs and all. Because if you establish like I'll give you a very decent example. If you just open Google and just search Apple, there would hardly be a chance that you'll be just seeing the fruit. You might see the iPhone, you might see a Mac, I don't know what else. So they have created an entity. So the more you can train the machines to read about your business, which is your entity for Google or for ChatGPT, this is entity. So that should be one of the latest form of the optimization for the marketplace, which is the large language model optimization. And I think if you optimize for ChatGPTs and all, it can really give you more vast conversion ratio, because what I have seen is like in Google, people normally searches like the first, second, third, fourth. They decide, they think, they take some time off. But in ChatGPT, if they see survey keyword, okay, right on spot, okay, like spot on, like your conversion rate would be much more higher, almost 10 times more higher than what normally people faces or experiences in Meta or in Google. So that should be the answer. Yep.
One more question. For your perspective, any views help for deploying quantum in very simple modes? What is in the context of QSAAS?
Okay. First of all, quantum is actually very tough to explain in a simple words. But I'll explain you in two ways. First, in the layman way, and then in a bit more logical way. So the entire world right now, whatever you are doing, you are seeing the presentation, you are using your mobile devices, you are searching in Google, you are going in your office, you are working in your PC or system and all. Every single informations right now are working in just 0 and 1. So these two are the universal language of any digital asset. So it should be either 0 or it should be either 1. So that is how the entire world is running. Even right now, so if the projector is projecting anything, that's 0 and 1. But in quantum, what happens is in quantum, four probabilities are possible at the same time: 0 1 1 1 1 0 and and 0 0. So what this makes is like this makes probability much more faster. So there is a saying like, if you take 46 supercomputers and if 46 supercomputers needs 25 years to perform a task, quantum computer can do that just in 2 minutes. So the principal fundamental of quantum science is like you can use more binary information in layers in parallel in combination, so that you can do like there can be more possibilities out there. You can do a lot of future prediction. You can scan a lot of things at once. Just like in WhatsApp, if you see that the texts are end-to-end encrypted, like normally it will take 256 years to break like an encryption if any ethical hacker is in the room. But if you're using quantum, it will just take hardly 5 or 10 minutes. So quantum is like this like you can just imagine it as like let's say like this room is full of water, and right now you are just having two bucket to just empty the water out from the room, just one bucket at a time. So it will take you like a lot of time. So quantum is like it's like you are having thousands and thousands of suction pipes and buckets, so that you can empty all the water from the room in just some matter of time. So this is the main principality of quantum science. So yeah.
Hello,
Yes, hi.
my name is Anand. I'm from Saudi Arabia. I'm helping my community in Saudi Arabia, especially to job seekers. Is there any possibility this quantum can help job seekers, especially on LinkedIn? Like there are lots of CVs for work permit reports, and we have many ATS systems as well. So do you think quantum can help job seekers? And if yes, how is it possible?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is definitely possible, because first of all, quantum is just, like I said, like it is just a technology, just like artificial intelligence. So it's nothing different. It's only, you can say, it's a 10 times upgraded, not 10 times, maybe 50 times upgraded version of the technology from the usual AI or whatsoever technologies which we are using. So if you build any scraper, if you build any scanner, if you even build any automations using quantum, not by using any traditional AI, then this can make the things faster, and it can work in any platform. Doesn't matter if it is LinkedIn or Meta or Twitter or whatsoever. So this is possible, quietly possible. In fact, as a matter of fact, we have deployed quantum across developers Facebook. We have deployed quantum into some of the APIs from some of the technological companies, and it works well. So quantum is just a principle, and its algorithms can be used in any of the platform, as long as the platform provides you some open source code. And LinkedIn, yes, it does provide some open source from the developers LinkedIn. So yeah, it can be done.
Alright, so we have a couple of questions more to read. We
Yeah.
have, coming up with the morning tea session shortly. So, Tuhin, like, she's would like to, connect with you to the time of that.
Okay.
So, can we have a big round of applause for Dr. Tuhin Banik for a wonderful opening address